Okay, good morning and welcome to the Longest Day Kickoff Party. We're really excited that you're here to learn more about the Longest Day and the Alzheimer's Association. Today we're going to hear more about the mission of the association and how you can help the millions of people nationwide who are currently affected by this devastating disease. So thanks everybody for joining us this morning. I hope you're enjoying your hot chocolate. And so my name is Bart Westcott. I'm one of the volunteer co-chairs for the Northern California and Northern Nevada chapter of the Alzheimer's Association's Longest Day campaign. And I'm really happy to be your host today. Sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing my script. Anyway, we're really excited to have you with us. Any questions you have as we go along, please enter them in the chat anytime you'd like. And also we'll have a little time at the end when people can unmute and ask their questions. So this cause is really important to me personally because Nancy and I lost our brother-in-law, Ernie, in 2018. He was a incredibly kind and generous and gentle man, great husband to my sister, a great uncle to my daughters, and just a really good guy. He was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's at age 60 and passed away, as I said, in 2018 at age 70. And so we really are motivated by our memories of Ernie. And the other thing about getting to see this disease and its progression up close is it really made the big numbers that we toss around a lot come home to me, to think about the fact that there's 5 million people out there in America that are going through this, and their families and their loved ones. So that's a really important issue for us. So the Longest Day brings people together from all over the globe and right here at home in Northern California and Northern Nevada. We all fight on the day with the most light to one day live in a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia. And here are some pictures of activities that people are doing for their TLD fundraisers. There's Gene with his bike, and Corinna with her cooking class, and Pam, and I'm not sure who's in that other picture. It's too small on my screen. So the vision of the Alzheimer's Association is a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementias. And I wanted to say a little bit about the logo that you see there. We call that people and science. So the shape on the left is like a human head and represents the sort of people side of what Alzheimer's is about, the care and support and advocacy and also just education, making sure that people know what this disease is all about. And then the shape on the right is I believe it's an Erlenmeyer flask. I was not the greatest chemistry student in high school, but you can see that it's shaped like a flask that you might see in a chemistry lab. And that's the other really important part of the Alzheimer's program, is funding research. It's the third largest funder of Alzheimer's research in the world, the biggest non-governmental funder. The association was formed in 1980, and it's leading the way to end Alzheimer's and all other dementia, accelerating global research, driving risk reduction, early detection, and maximizing quality care and support. The Longest Day exists to help see our vision become a reality, and that's why we need your participation in the Longest Day. So there's more than 5 million Americans living with Alzheimer's, and we're going to show now a short video that goes through some of the facts and figures about Alzheimer's in the United States.
my fault. I let somebody in the waiting room.
No.
Down the... Sorry.
Okay, thanks, Kirsten. Now we're going to talk about, oh yeah, this is impact of Alzheimer's on the workplace. So there's a huge effect on people who are working and also trying to take care of a loved one. Many employees are juggling work and caregiving responsibilities. 1 in 6 of those employees provide some level of care for a family member or friend, and the number of employee caregivers is expected to grow exponentially over the coming decade. And 57% of those people had their work affected by this caregiving role. They either had to go in late, call in sick, or take time off. So obviously, besides the effect on the person and the family, there's a giant economic impact on our whole country. So I should have warned you that there was going to be a test. Actually, it's not a test. It's just a little fun. So we'd like to see what data points really stood out to you. Kirsten's going to launch this Zoom poll, and we're going to go through some questions about the things that we just saw. So how many Americans are living with Alzheimer's or other dementias? And you can choose your answer there: 1 million, 500,000, 2 million, 100,000, or 5 million. So just click your answer and submit. And there's the results. So everybody got it right. Wow, you guys are really good. Next question: true or false? Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the US. And we're waiting for the poll. Here it is. So true or false? See if we can maintain our perfect record here. Almost 86%. That's pretty good. That's at least a B+ for the class. Next question, also true or false: 1 in 3 seniors dies with Alzheimer's or another dementia. So final answers, please. All right, another 100%. Way to go. And finally, in the US, how many caregivers provide unpaid care to a person living with dementia? Okay, 1 million, Sorry, I think it says 6 million, 10 million, and 16 million. Choose your answer and submit. Suspense builds. Okay, 59%. All right, this one was tricky. But yeah, 16 million people out there. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the right answer? Yeah, the red one, I guess. Okay. Thanks everybody for playing along with that. You did great. You all passed with honors. And now I would like to introduce to you my co-chair for the longest day, Alexis Diaz Infante, and we're really lucky to have her as part of the team. So over to you, Alexis.
Thanks so much, Bart. Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexis Diaz-Infante, and I am the longest stay committee co-chair for our chapter. I have been volunteering for the Alzheimer's Association for 4 years now, and it's been personally fulfilling knowing that I help make a difference in people's lives. I recently moved back to my hometown, Salinas, and I'm very excited to raise awareness in Monterey County. I don't have a personal connection to this cause, but this cause is important to me because I want to help spread awareness among the Hispanic community. Throughout my time with the association, I have been able to organize various fundraising events with my family and raise over $7,000. My goal during these events is to educate family and friends about the disease. This year, I will fight the darkness of Alzheimer's by hosting a virtual cooking class. I am honored to introduce our special guest speakers here to share their experience with the Alzheimer's Association. Please welcome Stephen and Tracy Barbieri.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Stephen Barbieri, and this is my amazing wife in the picture, Tracy, and I have dementia. I was diagnosed in October 2012 at the age of 51 and have been living strong with dementia now for 9 years. It was an important milestone to get past 8 years, which is the average lifespan for someone after getting the diagnosis of dementia. I was very fortunate to get an early diagnosis. Most people get told they have dementia in a much later stage. Remember, just because you get a diagnosis with dementia, it's super important to ask what type of dementia you have. Not all dementias are the same or how a person may possibly act depending upon the type of dementia they have. Alzheimer's is the most common type of dementia and adds to almost 75% of all dementia cases, but there are many types of dementia. I was first diagnosed with pseudodementia, which can be thought as a cognitive impairment that looks like dementia, but is actually caused by depression and or stress or even due to vitamin deficiency. This type of dementia is reversible, which gave us hope. I remember my wife crying in the office when the doctor told us this. But with further testing, my diagnosis was changed to mild cognitive impairment, also known as MCI. After getting a PET scan, my diagnosis was changed once again to frontal temporal lobe dementia because they found damage on both sides of my brain as well as the frontal area from tau protein tangles. Some months later, I had an 8-hour test with someone who started asking me about my lifestyles, my likes, my dislikes, what I did for fun, what activities I enjoyed. Within 30 minutes of this conversation, it all made sense to him. You see, at most doctor's appointments, I was going there during work or after work, and I was a vice president and district manager for a bank, so I was showing up at these appointments in a suit and tie. By this time now, I was off work on disability and dressed much more casually. You see, no one had ever had a life conversation with me at this point. In the first few minutes of this appointment, I shared how I had been doing martial arts for over 33 years and used to compete and train all over the world. It all made sense now for them. I was finally diagnosed with what we felt made sense. I have CTE dementia, like in the movie Concussion with Will Smith that came out in 2015, but not from playing football like in the movie. My concussions were from sparring, which is like practice fighting. Plus, I was hit my head on a diving board when I was younger, and I was in a few car accidents, which caused some head injuries. Thinking since I know what type of dementia I had now and the movie Concussion coming out, at the time I thought it made sense to take my wife teenage and preteen kids to go see the movie to get a better understanding of CTE dementia. Well, that was not such a great idea. If you've seen the movie Concussion, all the football players diagnosed with CTE dementia in the movies committed suicide in different ways. So you can imagine the ride home in the car with my wife and 3 children. Like I spoke about early, the importance to know what type of dementia someone has to be more aware of what could or will happen so you're better prepared and you can help avoid problematic situations. Like we know for me to avoid any medication where thoughts of suicide is a possible side effect. When my time comes, I'm a brain donor as well. So even after I'm gone, I will, I will still be part of finding a cure. In the additional photo, you can change photos. In additional photos, you can see that I've swam in the past for the longest day. Even though I was on vacation in Cabo, I swam in the resort pool, posted pictures and short videos when normally I swim in our pool in our backyard. So on the longest day activity, you can do it anywhere in the world. You also see a picture with my family from a walk day with our t-shirts on, Kick Alls. It's another picture of Tracy and I at State Advocacy Day next to the Golden Bear. One of those pictures is also me at UCSF during a year-long clinical trial that I was involved in for a drug focusing on tau tangos. FYI, this was a big deal for me to be in this clinical trial. You see, I'm very afraid of needles like a lot of people. I got poked several times during each visit. Plus, I voluntarily did 3 lower back spinal taps over the 1 year on that trial. This is an excellent example of how the money raised by the Alzheimer's Association can fund clinical trials like this. The last picture was my attempt to not shave during the first part of the COVID stay-at-home order. Funny thing is, they used that photo for a national advertisement for the virtual walk to end Alzheimer's. So I have a fun memory of me with a goatee. I'm sure many of you here today have a story about how Alzheimer's or another type of dementia has affected your life or your family or your friends. These are exciting times and the momentum is building towards finding a cure because of fundraising and awareness from events like the Longest Day. Please continue to shine your light every day to bring dementia out of the darkness and into the light.
Good morning. I'm Tracy, the amazing wife. As Stephen said, it is so important to get a proper diagnosis. Even though we know CTE cannot be diagnosed 100% accurately without an autopsy, we are taking all the precautions and steps to make Stephen's life as the best it can be. Stephen always says he didn't put his life on pause because of his diagnosis. He hit fast forward. We do things now instead of waiting for the perfect time. Every day is the perfect time. Stephen takes tons of pictures. If you're friends with him on Facebook, you know what I mean. It used to really annoy me that we just couldn't go somewhere and enjoy it. He has to stop and take about 50 pictures. But he does this because it is his trigger to remember what happened on that trip. It's important to include family in day-to-day life with the loved one. Remember how important physical touch, looking at old pictures, and listening to their type of music is to the loved one. As a caregiver, you need to be your loved one's advocate as well as your own. Sit down with your loved one and develop questions you both may have before going to the doctor's appointments together. Reach out to the Alzheimer's Association for help with this. I have found myself calling the Alzheimer's Association 800 number many times. They have been a real lifesaver, and I am so thankful for them. Through fundraising, the Alzheimer's Association is able to hire compassionate, qualified people to be available to caregivers. These people truly listen to you and validate your feelings as a caregiver. It is okay to cry and scream and have bad days. It doesn't mean that you love the one you are caring for any less. It's so important that caregivers take the time to take care of themselves also. Being a caregiver is draining physically and emotionally, and we have seen financially too. This last school year, I did take early retirement, or as they are calling it, I quit my job because it is now time for me to be home with Stephen. I had a friend tell me that the worst part of this disease is grieving your spouse as they lay in bed next to you every night. Watching the changes in our family dynamic has been challenging. This disease robs us of so much more than just our loved ones' memories. I do think about what the future holds for us. When it's time for our girls to get married, will Stephen be able to walk them down the aisle? Will he know who they are during the father-daughter dance? Will he be able to read a story to our grandkids? Research for a cure is crucial, and the only way to get that research is through fundraising. This is where the longest day comes into play. Don't make it hard. Life is hard enough already. Pick something you're passionate about. Do you like to knit? Knit a blanket or a scarf on the longest day and then raffle off the end product as your fundraiser. We love to play the card game 5 Crowns. So maybe this year we will charge a fee to sit at the table with us to play. Whatever makes you happy is going to get you motivated to fundraise. Remember, without fundraising, there is no research, and without research, there is no cure. I know we all want a cure, so please go out there and shine your light for a world without Alzheimer's and other dementias.
Yay!
Wow.
That was really awesome. Thank you so much, Stephen and Tracy. And now I invite all of you to share why you joined today and if you have been impacted by Alzheimer's or another dementia. Please share who you fight for, who you shine your light for. You can use the Zoom annotation tool and share on your screen, or you could type it in the chat box. So we'll give you a couple minutes there and we'll just go ahead and go around. And if you're not sure how to use the annotation tool, at the top of the bar, you'll see on your screen, it says view options. And if you click on that, there should be an option that says annotate, and then you can kind of start drawing on the screen that we're sharing. And Gabby, would you like to read off the ones in the chat just in case?
Yeah, thanks, Alexis. We have I Fight for My Family and Everyone Else's Family, shared by William. So thank you so much. I know many people are here with Sharon, fighting for her mom, Marilyn. Thank you so much for your support. Let's see. Christy, she has several friends, parents that have passed away after suffering for a long time. Thank you so much for being here, Christy. And Deb, she honors her dad, Harvey, and does the Hike for Harvey every year. Definitely look that up. Nancy, she fights for Ernie and so many friends who are living with dementia right now. And wow, we've got some great comments on the screen as well. So thanks everyone for sharing. That's what we've got in the chat so far.
Thanks, Gabby. So I'll just read really quickly on the screen. It says my grandmother, Nina, grandmas, Betty and Lucille, my mom. I shine my light for all the caregivers. For my grandma, I was primary caregiver for my sister-in-law, Pat, who was diagnosed with a younger onset. She was an inspiration. Thank you so much for sharing. I shine my light for my dad, who was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's a few years ago. So thank you everyone so much for sharing.
So I think I'm up next. Each one of us can take action in honor of a loved one or for the more than 5 million people living with Alzheimer's or other dementia. The longest day is the day with the most light, summer solstice. On June 20th, people from across the world will fight the darkness of Alzheimer's through a fundraising activity of their choice. You plan and raise funds your way any time of the year to help end Alzheimer's, and that's an important point. We do focus on the solstice, the longest day, for symbolic reasons, but these activities can happen anytime during the year. The longest day is a do-it-yourself fundraiser We give you the tools to help support you and the encouragement you need to get your family, friends, and employer and coworkers involved to achieve fundraising success. Let's see the longest day in action by checking out our 2020 longest day highlights video.
June 20th, a Saturday, is the longest day of the year, but the occasion also marks a nationwide fundraising event to help those living with Alzheimer's.
This year's event will be different because of social distancing. People are getting creative for the cause.
We have a Zoom-a-thon from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. One of our great volunteers is having local musicians and artists attend all day long.
Residents and staff from Woodland Senior Living in Brewer spent last Friday in rocking chairs. They were participating in the longest day rockathon.
Well, a unicorn is making its way around San Luis Obispo County on the longest day this weekend. She dresses up as a unicorn and does drive-by dances for people who make donations.
The summer solstice and the day with the most light, Lori McCarney will start this weekend and aims to cycle 1,000 miles to honor her father.
So this event is going to raise funds and awareness for the care support and research efforts at the Alzheimer's Association.
On the longest day, we're going to have 40 pounds of block ice in my backyard in Las Vegas, and Mary will have 40 pounds in her yard in Carson City. We're going to watch this ice melt, and we're going to take guesses as to whose ice will melt first.
We're raising money at mybobcountry.com. Hit the donate button, and let's get a little money for Alzheimer's research.
People have asked me why I do a cornhole tournament or a bags tournament. And really, it's as simple as that I went online and searched, and I was just wanting to find something different that I wasn't hearing a lot about around here.
From the street, this may look like any other yard sale, but its purpose is far-reaching, raising awareness and funds to advance Alzheimer's programs.
The activities range too. Some will be baking, others will be doing purple parades outside of nursing homes. It's really a do-it-yourself fundraiser.
All day Friday, Chris will be rowing at the Fitness Shack in Sylvania for 16 hours.
If we keep doing this event and make it bigger and better every year, we can do our part to raise awareness, raise some funds for research.
And a father and son are preparing for a 50-mile journey by canoe to raise awareness and money for Alzheimer's Association.
Go online, alz.org/thelongestday. It's very easy to get registered, and you can come up with what you want to do, or we'll have resources to help assist you in finding ways that you can fundraise.
Okay, when you join the fight on the day with the most light, you will be helping fund programs, services, and vital research. You will help fund support groups, education programs, other activities to help people navigate
Alzheimer's fundraising thing.
And a 24/7
I didn't expect it would bug me, but it does.
Which takes nearly 300,000 calls per year. Your fundraising allows people to speak with a master's level care consultant for decision-making support, crisis assistance, and even education on issues families face every day.
Your support will help the Alzheimer's Association continue to make fundraising research a priority in order to slow and one day stop this disease. The association is the largest nonprofit funder of Alzheimer's research and has granted over $167 million to more than 500 leading international research projects, working towards methods of treatment and prevention.
And last, the longest day participants help the Alzheimer's Association continue to be a leading voice for Alzheimer's disease advocacy, fighting for critical Alzheimer's research and care initiatives at the state and federal level. As an organization, we may only reach a portion of the affected community with our services, but with advocacy through legislative efforts, we connect volunteer advocates to the policymakers who can make a difference.
Whether you're participating at home, online, in person, we have plenty of fun ideas to engage family, friends, coworkers, and clients for the longest day. You can lead a virtual board game challenge, host a live stream, or a virtual happy hour. Have them join your team and raise funds.
So we're going to try to annotate or chat again. Get your fingers ready to share here on the screen. What we'd like to hear, what hobbies or activities you enjoy, any ideas you have that you could turn into a fundraiser. So unfortunately, I can't see the annotated screen, but I do see cooking on the chat, hiking, another hiking.
And Bart, we've got on the screen wine tasting. That sounds fun. Ballet or Pilates, virtual cooking, boating, virtual trivia, lots of variety on the screen as well.
And I see dancing and cycling in the chat. Both of those are things that I love to do, and Nancy too.
Oh, hosting a cocktail hour. That's fun. And we've got boxing. These are great. I think that's everyone.
All right, so the longest day is for everyone at home or at work. When you think about your participation in the longest day, consider asking your employer or a local business to participate. This helps position the company as a philanthropic leader in the community. It helps encourage team building among employees and increase employee pride. Participation gives them greater visibility with consumers in a market, and they can help improve the lives of those affected by Alzheimer's disease, including their own employees providing care to a loved one. Now, please join me in welcoming Sharon Rower, our Marketing and Outreach Co-Chair. She will share her longest day experience.
I can't believe I did that. Thank you, Alexis. And thanks to everybody for joining us. I started volunteering with the Longest Day Committee about this time last year. And along with the committee, I was starting to plan my first fundraising event. And two of the things that really drew me to the Longest Day were the fact that it was flexible and it really emphasized having fun. And as it turned out last year, those were two things I think all of us needed more of, more flexibility and more fun. So I had decided early on to hold a concert, a house concert. That was in March. And then shelter in place protocols came into being. And so I had to transition and turn it into a virtual online streaming concert in May. And we really missed having that community of having everybody together in the same room. There were so many advantages to having a virtual event that I didn't realize. But 3 times as many people were able to join us, and some from thousands of miles away. And I raised 3 times as much money as I had originally anticipated. So that was a huge win-win for me. In addition to that, I didn't have to prepare any food. I didn't have to rent any chairs. I didn't have any messes to clean up when it was all done. So I was just very happy with how it all turned out. But it was a steep learning curve for me, and I think for a lot of people turning virtual. But at the end of the day, our chapter raised, was the second highest fundraiser in the country. So it was an incredibly successful year, and it really prepped us for this year. We're so ready to have our own fundraising events and to help all of our fundraising leaders provide a really solid, virtual, and fun event. And like so many of you out there, I have a personal experience, and this is the cry part. I got involved with the Alzheimer's Association because of my mom. She lived with dementia for 10 years before she passed in November. And she deserved so much better, and my family deserved so much better, and we all deserve so much better. And that just motivates me every day. Oh, and now I would love to introduce my fabulous co-chair, Deb Peel, and she'll share with you why she's involved.
Thanks, Sharon. Yeah, I'm Deb Peel. I'm a writer, I'm a dedicated hiker, and I'm a proud Alzheimer's Association longest day volunteer, sharing marketing co-chair duties with the fantastic Sharon. And I got involved when my dad finished what I call his really long trail of Alzheimer's in 2017. He was the guy that first took me hiking, and I determined that I wanted to do something to honor my dad initially, and I would do a hike, a really big hike. So in 2018, I strapped on a backpack for the first time and completed a mile little through hike, and I haven't stopped hiking since. I found the trail is a place where I restore myself, I gain clarity, peace, and all my best ideas as a writer and as an Alzheimer's volunteer. So I shine my light for my dad, Harvey Wallace, and I'm excited to be doing my hosting my second longest day hiking fundraiser this year called 100 Miles for Harvey. And my lifelong friend, Christine Fuimoono, is joining me this year. 2 gals hiking 100 miles, 210,000 steps to kick Alzheimer's butt. And so far we've had a few donations roll in, which I'm super excited to get the ball rolling early because, we're still solidifying our hiking locations due to COVID and being safe. Initially, we were going to Scotland to hike the West Highland Way. Woohoo, we'll get there. The Wallaces, Scotland, gotta hike it. But more likely we'll be hiking more local Pacific Crest Trail from May and June to celebrate the longest day and encourage people to sponsor us by donating to encourage our miles. And, I shine my light for my dad. And one of the projects I'm really excited to be involved with as a marketing co-chair is the social media, the Facebook group that you all can join, the Facebook group for Northern California, Nevada. And that's where you're gonna see people being recognized for, who do you shine your light for, and where you can keep getting more information about the longest day and education and facts about Alzheimer's. But we would love to share your story. And the way you can do that, the way you can tell the world who you shine your light for, is to email Sharon. And Sharon, if you would put your email address in the comments, that would be much appreciated. Send your favorite pic of you and a loved one or a friend who is living with Alzheimer's or who lost the battle with Alzheimer's, and just a short description about who you are, who they are to you, and why you shine your light. So join the Shine a Light campaign, and let's put that light all over the world.
Thank you so much, Deb. My name is Kirsten Glenella, and I am the staff partner for Northern California. And I was honored last year to support Sharon and Deb this past season. I work alongside a fabulous committee of volunteers who help everyone be successful in their own longest day event. And I'd like to recognize our volunteers today. If you could just enter your name in the chat and put a little heart sticker on your Zoom box so that we all can recognize you for all the hard work that you do each and every day. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Gabby Brackett.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gabby Brackett, and I'm the longest day staff partner for Nevada. It's so heartwarming to see all of you here today supporting the longest day and the Alzheimer's Association. I personally shine my light for my grandmother, Nina, who passed away in 2018. So it's truly an honor and a pleasure to work alongside all our volunteers and participants like you who work to enhance Alzheimer's care support and research. So thank you so much for being here. And you can advance. So we are here for you, and we want to set every longest day participant up for success. So we will send you some great resources in a longest day welcome kit after you register, which will be delivered directly to your door. And on the next slide, you'll see there's a lot of goodies. So your volunteer committee coach and Kirsten and I will always be available to help you register and learn how to use your fundraising tools. When you register and kick off your fundraising by making your self-donation, you will receive an awesome welcome kit. In that kit, you'll receive a t-shirt, as you can see on the screen, which will be, I'm wearing mine, a performance tee if you register by February 28th. So if you like the sort of workout material, definitely register now. You'll also receive that pennant banner below the t-shirt pictured, which just provides some great decor or a great virtual backdrop for your event. You'll also receive a participant guide full of fundraising resources and ideas, as well as an Alzheimer's Association brochure, check deposit form, and a deposit envelope. So lots of great goodies will come your way when you register, and we're here to support you the way that you support us and our work. And so with that, I'll pass it back to Kirsten to share a bit more.
Thank you. So you can register today by going to alz.org/TLD. And once you're on that page, you'll see a button that says Join the Fight. All you have to do is simply click on that button to start your fundraiser. If you need any help, Gabby, myself, and our volunteers will be more than happy to help you. You can decide what fundraiser you would like to do now, or you can easily change it as well as the date. The landing page that we give you is totally customizable, so you're able to add a picture or even a video and customize your page. And again, we're here to help you with that. So again, it's alz.org/TLD. And we also have a community forum that you can log on to and see different ideas in case you need an idea. There's also lots of resources and tools on that forum as well. And Bart, I'm going to pass it back over to you now.
Okay, before we wrap up our kickoff party, we wanted to give you some time to ask any questions you might have, and also if you'd like to network with each other. Or if you'd like, you can share an idea you have for a fundraiser. So go ahead and unmute your line if you like, or you can put it in the chat.
Ooh, Bart, do you see the annotation, virtual wine event?
No, but I'd like to go.
Anyone else? I'll share mine. So I'm expecting a baby boy in March. And if we're Facebook friends, or feel free to find me, I'm going to do a fun guess his height, weight, birth date, all of that for a donation, and do a little raffle type giveaway for the person who guesses the most accurate time and weight and all that fun stuff. So that's my plan this year.
That's fun. I saw an article that I haven't read yet about a Reddit group in San Francisco that has like a sort of a lesser known historical monument scavenger hunt going on. So people are going out to see these things that are, you know, fun things about from the, you know, left over from the earthquake or whatever. And I thought, well, that's a neat idea. But one of the things about going virtual last year is it really expanded the geographical area that you could get people involved in an activity. So something like a localized scavenger hunt might be a little more challenging, but I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about a way we could adapt that to make something fun.
Oh, maybe you translate that into finding things online.
Yeah, I thought about that. Yes.
And Bart, I don't know if you see the chat, but we have Nancy biking 100 miles in March for the equinox. Wow. Cool. Deb, read 20 books in 20 weeks, finishing in June on June 20th for a future idea. That's a very good one. Anyone else? That's what we've got in the chat. Awesome.
Great. Thanks, everybody.
All right, so Jerome Stone, the association's founding president, once said, "Do things here and now, not after you're gone. If you have some money, share it. And if you have some time, do something worthwhile." Joining us today, you're on the path of doing something really worthwhile, fundraising to help end Alzheimer's and other dementia.
So take action and outshine the darkness of Alzheimer's. Run, bake, or just ask your coworkers to donate. Whatever you do, just join the fun and register today. Together with your support, we will help lead to living in a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia. From the entire committee, the Northern California and Northern Nevada chapter, board of directors, and the Alzheimer's Association staff, we thank you for joining us. Let's go end ALZ, which is a hashtag, by the way, ENDALZ. Have a great rest of your day. We're going to stay on the line if you have any additional questions or if you'd like to network. And if you're interested in networking, we would love to hear from you, who you are, where you're from, and what you do. So thanks, everybody, and have a great day.
Thank you.